What happens when a man who cannot even touch a woman without breaking into a violent allergic reaction suddenly finds himself waking up next to a poor maid, his sworn boundary shattered, and later discovers she's carrying not one, not two, but three lives inside her? This is a story of secrets, betrayal, impossible love, and destiny-twisting fate in ways no one could imagine. The CEO, Alexander Knight, was the most powerful man in the city, untouchable, cold, and feared by everyone. For years, people whispered about his bizarre condition. He was deathly allergic to women. A single touch, a brush of skin, even the scent of perfume could send him into a choking fit, his body covered in rashes and his breath failing. Because of this curse, Alexander lived an isolated life, surrounded only by male bodyguards, male assistants, and male staff. Women were forbidden from coming close to him. It was his iron rule. But fate has its own cruel humor. One stormy night, the mansion's electricity cut out. The only staff left inside was a poor maid named Alara, who had just been hired after begging for work to support her sick mother. She was careful, keeping her distance, terrified of the rumors about her employer. Yet when the storm shattered the windows and Alexander collapsed from a sudden allergic shock, triggered by the flowers brought in earlier, Alara rushed forward. She didn't care about his rules. She cared about saving his life. She touched him, pressed her lips to his to force his breathing back, and stayed by his side until his fever broke. But here's the twist. Alexander didn't react. For the first time in his life, a woman's touch didn't poison him. Instead, his body calmed. His breathing steadied. His skin didn't flare. He opened his eyes to see Alara, drenched, trembling, her hands on his chest. And something inside him snapped. Years of loneliness crashing against one impossible truth: she was the exception. That night, walls crumbled. He didn't push her away. He didn't panic. Instead, for the first time, Alexander allowed himself to feel the warmth of someone's touch. What began as desperation ended as a night that neither of them could forget. Weeks passed. Alara tried to keep her distance, ashamed and terrified. She was just a maid. He was a billionaire CEO cursed by fate. But when the doctor called her in, her hands shook. She wasn't carrying one baby. Not two, but triplets. The news exploded in her chest like thunder. How could she tell him? Would he accept it, or accuse her of betrayal? The man who never allowed women near him was now tied to her by three lives growing inside her. And Alexander, when he found out, his world broke apart. At first, rage, denial, but deep in his heart, he knew the truth. Alara wasn't just the mother of his children, she was the cure to his curse. The one woman who could touch him without destroying him. Yet enemies circled, business rivals, jealous ex-fiancés, and even his own family conspired to tear them apart, unwilling to let a poor maid hold the keys to both his empire and his fragile heart. But Alara carried more than just his children, she carried his salvation. Would Alexander fight fate to protect her? Or would his curse destroy the only love story destiny had gifted him?